something that is far from you. This is Ta'avat Achila. If you're looking somewhere else to achieve
well, that's
something,
a good trick.
so eat. If you have 10 kinds of salads in your table, eat only the things that are close to you. It's wonderful. There is inyan, there is mikubalim saying there is inyan, there is a reason to eat from every kind of dishes that are in the table. Alright, take 1 spoon for everything, and then take a bite from it. And this is it. And break your desires even in Shabbat. Rabbeinu is saying it in Likutei Moharan. A person have to break his desires in Shabbos.
So, but it seems like all the things you do on Shabbat, sleeping, you try to sleep a little extra, you try to eat a little extra, they seem like you're doing it through your own body. I said seem.
No, I said oivei.
That doesn't mean seen.
There was one tzaddik that he was never, a Gaon Mivilna also, he never slept in Shabbat. And someone told him that it's written that Shena b'Shabbat ta'anug, that to sleep in Shabbos it's a pleasure. So he said in every Gaon Mivilna, he said in every mitzvah that it's written that it's a pleasure, I'm running from that mitzvah. I'm not making those kind of mitzvahs. And there was another tzaddik that he would never sleep in Shabbos. He was awake always. And one time he went to a Bet Midrash and he saw someone sleeping. So he woke him up and he told him, What happened? So he told him, how are you sleeping in Shabbos? So he told him, it's okay, what's wrong with it? So he told him, it's written, V'shamartem et ha-Shabbat, you have to keep Shabbat. And the guard, when he's keeping, if he's asleep, so he's breaking his shift, he's not guarding anymore. So you have to be awake. And he said it with all of his heart. The person that was sleeping, after he heard that thing, he couldn't sleep anymore in Shabbos. You understand? It's an inner point of truth that you have. Alright, so you're going to sleep all of the Shabbat. You're going to sleep hours in Shabbat morning, hours in Shabbat afternoon. In the end, you won't be happy because of Shabbat. Shabbat won't give you nothing. If you were eating and sleeping, so what? You're like a behema in Shabbos? In the days of the week, you're trying to be a human being, and in Shabbos you become to be a behema, you're sleeping and eating. It's not it. You have to serve HaShem in Shabbat. You have to serve HaShem. We don't understand how to serve HaShem, but we need to look for it. Alright, while you're eating, so try to serve HaShem. You're allowed to forget HaShem while you're eating. Is something belong to you. Rabbeinu is saying a person should be embarrassed, to be ashamed, to put his hand, to push his hand, to take his hand, to send his hand to grab a bite of something, to put in his mouth to eat. A person should be ashamed. Because why? Because before you're eating it, it's not yours. Before you made the bracha, before you're eating something, it's not yours. It's at the tables, it's someone else, it's Hashem's. Before you're saying the bracha, and when you're pulling your hand to that thing, you're pulling your hand to something that it's not yours. It's not your food. After you're going to make the bracha, it's going to be yours. You're right. After you're going to eat it, it's going to be yours. But before, when you're reaching your hand to it, on what are you thinking about? You're thinking about something that it's not yours. And you have a desire for that. Now you're going to get it. It's not yours.
How do you rectify that with Eino Milvado? What's the difference? You're not stealing from anything either.
Alright. If you understand that, you're allowed to eat. If you're eating like that, you're just serving Hashem Yitbarach. This is when your table is helping you, helping to forgive the sins, like the altar. Achila mechaperet. If you're eating like that it's not yours, it's all olah, so it's all rising to Hashem Yitbarach.
And then you're not making bracha.
No,
anyway.
Shalom, you're making bracha for Hashem, you're eating for Hashem, you're doing everything for Hashem. Hashem told you to eat. Hashem told you to make brachot. You are doing it, but there is a way to say, to see, to look at it, to observe.
The bracha is rabbinic.
If a person got desires, right, for sure he's going to sin in thousands of ways.
Right.
This is why we have to break our desires. Desire for women, desire for food, desire for honor, desire for money, desire for everything. Because in the end, if you have your desires, you're going to sin. Because your desires, it means that you have kfirot. It means that you don't believe in Hashem.
I understand.
If you believe in Hashem,
But I'm saying on the
you're all
highest
happy.
level, are you not making this bracha?
What?
Is Rabbi Nachman making this bracha?
Of course he was making
Why
bracha.
would you make the bracha if it's all the same? What are you stealing from?
You're not stealing from. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said you're not allowed to eat without bracha.
Where does he say this? He says over there by Chomotzi,
No.
and then he says only after Chomotzi. Where does he say
The
this?
Gemara in Masechet Brachot, it's written for sure. In every kind of fruit, of a meal and of food, there is his own bracha. And you have to say the brachot, the precise brachot on everything. Because you're moving angels by saying the names of the brachot. You're giving power to the angels that they are responsible on those vegetables, the specific thing that you're eating, to grow them. There is כל עשב יש לו מלאך כוכב שמכה עליו ואומר לו גדל.
Is that halacha from Moshe from Sinai, or is
Yes,
that?
of course.
Why we learn in brachos? We learn in brachos Shemon Esrei. We learn it. No, hold on. It's not. All.
Gemara is
No, it's not.
Torah
No, it's not. If you learn in Masechet Brachos, you learn about the Shemon Esrei. Shemon Esrei wasn't instituted.
But
Moshe
so
Sinai.
what? But they knew it all. They knew all of the information. You're right. They said it how to do that exactly in only Anshe Knesset Agdola.
So that's not Moshe Sinai.
It is Moshe Sinai. They learned it all from Moshe Sinai. They used it only after a few generations, but they learned it a lot before.